All right, guys. Literally, this is my third or fourth time. Tim, if you ever see this, I must tell the truth. I've tried to do this a few different times and it didn't work. And I felt like you probably a little stupid when I had that phone in your face talking crazy. I was trying to do it yesterday, it didn't work. And then, I just tell myself, yeah, I'm on my way. So, this right here is a small series I'm doing at the Art of Whiskey. You can kind of like get to know me. What happens is, right around, I'd say, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and this happens all the time, to be clear. So this was the last time where I'm going to be like, oh, damn, I should probably just tell people who I am. I popped up at the Whiskey Blendery like an industry plant. And Tim went from doing a few videos, so hey, we got to post 3 times a day, to we're 1,000 videos in and a bunch of other stuff. But the common question that pops up is, Trevor, I know you got to do something else. Or it's like, who are you? That's what they really be asking. Like, who are you? Why are you here? Now, clearly, the content's working, the video's working. We're putting out amazing things. I've got booze and food at my house. I've got Chance, Eric, Jimmy G, and the rest of these whiskey fanatics showing up consistently. Eric came in a snowstorm. But the question still remains, unless you know, who are you, dude? Let me start by saying this. I'm a nobody, man. I don't like the word humble, but I know humility. And I walked into the Blendery and I walk in there every day. Just grateful to learn and be a part of Tim's journey. So objectively, I'm a guy that highlights things and shares amazing stories and captures moments that are timeless for friends and families and others to watch. And because of my ability to market, it's opened up so many doors over the years. But even more importantly, it's brought a ton of amazing people through the Blendery's doors. So I'm going to try to sum up in a small series who I am, what we're trying to achieve, what to expect here, what our goal is, and realistically continue to share both behind the scene moments and I think the future of where we believe whiskey's going, and be a participant in Tim's amazing story. So in short, I had an idea, and I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole. I had an idea a year and some change ago that I could build a whiskey business. Tell Jamarcus, who works with me, go make a list, and I've said this a few times, go make a list of all the whiskey distilleries that exist. He does that. I then schedule us to go to TX and some other places, and we call Tim. Tim gives you the most time. Tim, and I'm going to tell you a couple truths here. Truths I don't think everybody knows. Tim gives me about an hour of his time. We have an amazing conversation. In that conversation, he invites us in for a blend. Now you can tell Tim doesn't know anything about social media. Hell, I still don't know anything about social media. But go in there, meet Tim, and objectively see what he's doing and how amazing it is. And my phone is going off the chain tonight, boy. But, I tell you, when it rains, it pours in a good way. But go in there, ask Tim about whiskey. He starts teaching me all this stuff, right? Stuff I've never heard of. I said, what? He's like, whoa. Nose the whiskey. I'm like, man, why am I smelling whiskey? That's stupid. And you nose it and you go, oh, man, it does smell like grapefruit or some honey or some cinnamon or something crazy. I'm like, man, who told you to smell this? I'm like, who even got time to be smelling whiskey? That's my original thoughts, right? And I'm going to cut back and forth between a few things, but objectively, I saw what Tim was doing. I had already been to a few distilleries, and I thought what he was doing needed to be highlighted. I told him there's something special here, and I didn't know what his position was financially. I didn't know if the place was booming, if it was rocking. I didn't know if he was successful, if he had been a failure. I just knew that there was something special there, and now I know for a fact, based on the time that we spend there, it's super special. Why? Because I get to capture or sit literally sometimes in that seat by the door where people, when they walk around that corner in that Blendery, it's like a reveal. You go, oh, wow, this is nice, Trev. Godly, man, this is where you shoot all those videos. This is where you drink all that whiskey. I'm thinking back now, even while I'm talking out loud, I didn't even do this yesterday. I was like, why did I pitch Tim me working with him? I wasn't even a drinker like that, especially at that time. We had drank and had drinks and made drinks, and Jamarcus was working on his craftsman skills, so we were doing drinks at the house with some friends and others. But I don't remember being like, yo, let's everybody get lit tonight, shot o'clock type shit. What I would tell you is Tim opened my eyes to a whole new world of both friends, community, family, opportunity, along with so many other things I literally can't even describe. But I'm going to try my best. So fast forward, because people want to know, who am I? What's going on? Why am I there? I'm there because Tim's figured out how to bring people together. I'm there because the man has a vision. I'm there because he has a clear set of goals. I'm there because this is working, to say the least. And because it's working, we have more work to do. I'm there because I love marketing, branding, and communication. I'm not there to highlight myself or do anything other than highlight the blendery and enjoy the journey, to say the least. I've learned a lot about collection. I never was been a collector. I've never been inspired to do so. I've learned about friendships and community, stayed away from everybody. I learned about the power of what whiskey can do and how it impacts the community and the history that whiskey's kind of like, it's left a mark here, and a lot of things that change, in a sense, were because of whiskey. Hey, trademarks, all that stuff. So, I picked Tim that I could help the whiskey blendery. He's like, okay, whatever. He didn't say whatever, but kind of. And from that day to now, we've now done what he said he wanted to do, and I've learned a ton on how to drink whiskey, be more friendly, be more kind, and be a better person. I walked in with the, hey, black people drink a lot of brown liquor, but they don't own anything. I think somebody should own it, or own the space, or teach and educate and be of inspiration. Well, if you see me on the dog stuff, I've been that. Matter of fact, I got an email today. I don't check my email enough, but a little sixth grader, I don't know if this is accurate, but sixth grade, said they in a sixth grade, a passion project. Hello, my name is Cara, and I'm a student in sixth grade doing a passion project. My passion project is about the positives and negatives about dog breeding. We are required to speak with an expert. Will you be willing to answer some questions? So in my head, I'm going, I'm no fucking expert. I just clean up shit and talk shit and breed a few dogs, put a few things together and hope for the best. But because of what I've done in the pet world, I've now become what you consider an authority, like Tim in the whiskey space. And that's not going to change. And because of Tim and others, I've now accepted that we are super influential and impactful. And we make people's days, and we're grateful for all that stuff, man. So my only goal is to continue to share with you guys my whiskey journey, which started with me going into the whiskey blendery, doing my first bottle. What did I do first? Oh, I made the General. So for those who ever purchased the General, I have the original bottle with black wax on it. Legendary bottle for me. It's not open, but it's the bottle that started my whiskey journey. And I remember still being confused, and my crazy self thinks I can do anything. So I'm like, you know what? I know for a fact I can do such and such, such and such. And for the most part, I've been right. But that's by way of Tim and his help. So if you walk into the whiskey blendery and you see me there, I'm only there, especially now, to add value every day to the world of whiskey, enrich people's lives through education, be fun, be a friend, be kind, be considerate, and learn how to be a better person because of whiskey. My collection started objectively in KBF, Heaven Hill, and 2024 VVS. And I'm going to walk you through how that happened, and even Tim's funny self telling me, oh, you don't want it, I'll buy it. Nah, if you buy it for me, that must mean it's important. I'll say I don't know nothing about whiskey. I ain't stupid. Well, here we are. So, I'm passionate about marketing. I tend to enjoy people. I love cooking. I do a lot of dog stuff. I think I'm going to impact the world of dogs and world of pets. And I can bring people together. And that's what the Blendery is. We kind of the same people in different worlds, but now I'm in the world of whiskey as well. Because of our intention and our goals and how much they align, there's realistically nothing Tim and I can't do together. And we do need each other. And I'm not stupid about that either. Super grateful for Tim and all that the whiskey world has brought. And, you know, it's like this video one day might mean something to someone starting their journey. I literally walked into whiskey having no clue what's going on. And sometimes I still feel like I don't. What I will tell you is, go ahead, man, you ain't got to be quiet or nothing. What I will tell you is it's changed my life. And I think when people look at change, you go, well, how does things change? I mean, you just never know until it happens. But for a fact, it's days like yesterday, it's days like Monday, it's days like when I go to the Whiskey Blendery to tomorrow, it's days like Friday through Saturday when we're at a charity event. It's all these days that make living a little bit more easier, especially when you're with the right people. So, want to know who I am? I'm a nobody trying to tell everybody about how good whiskey is, how good it is for you, how good for the community. I ain't gonna tell you it's good for you from a health standpoint, because that would be a lie. Well, it's actually debatable. There is some health benefits to whiskey and more with tequila, but that's another video. In this particular case, I'm gonna walk you through my collection and just my story. I didn't know how to do this. I walked in there and told Tim I knew how to highlight him because I think from a consumer. Now I'm actually a person who empowers and can impact people. And people literally bring me bottles and I've tried literally the best whiskey. So you go, I can't say that I'm not impactful anymore. I can't guess anymore. I can't pretend like I'm of no value or like what I'm doing doesn't matter. So I'm not. Simply put, I'm just not. What I am going to do is have some more fun. Definitely drink some more whiskey. Tell some amazing stories. Shout out to Wester, texted me this morning. And that guy's a brilliant dude. It's funny because he said, Trev, what's the name of that coffee shop? And I said, Thou Mayest. So he was like, what's the name of the coffee shop? But he also sent me a big thank you for the video going up. And I sent him the address to Thou Mayest in Kansas City. He said, I thought you were being funny. I was like, no. So now he saw the actual location in Kansas City with the coffee shop Thou Mayest. And while I'm talking about it, even that now, the guy's texting me, not whatchamacallit, but look at this, guys. You saw it first. Mr. Whiskey is being put on a shirt because of a guy who's inspired by the, on a Cohart hoodie? Oh, you see that Cohart hoodie? Oh, man. A guy that I knew almost 15 years ago saw me on the whiskey page and said, Trevor, is this you? I said, yes, sir. He said, he loves what Tim and I are doing. And the gist of it is, he took it upon himself because I said in a video, mind you, I didn't put this out there. I said in a video, I think I'm going to call myself Mr. Whiskey and make a shirt out of this. I don't even know what video it was. I just know I said it in a video. He's watching every video down to the detail and literally, boom. You can't make this up, man. Some things are already written. You just got to show the F up. So, big thank you to my guy, Zach, for putting together a package, if you would. He's going to meet us down in Missouri, and we're going to have a blast. But even more importantly, we're building some amazing things. It builds bonds and connections. We're connecting to entrepreneurs. Whiskey's empowering those people to stay connected, get connected, share a good pour with some friends, some family, and some folks you know. Give back, aka charity. And I repeat, Tim, if you ever see this video, man, I tried to do this video a couple times yesterday. Couldn't find my own words. And here I am today. I said, man, fuck it, dude. This ain't that hard. It ain't hard for me to be me or just tell the truth. Truth in a sense where it's not dressed up. So if this is my first video, I believe it or not, I wrote down 20 videos that I got to do. And now that I know that this is something I'm not going to be able to run from, hence the art of whiskey, then we just got more work to do. But anywho, I'm going to get into another episode here soon. You guys are watching The Art of Whiskey. Follow us on Instagram at The Best Whiskey. Tune into them shorts. We'll have Patreon coming out soon. Part of the Patreon will be a lot, set around us going on some of those amazing barrel picks and having first crack, first dibs. We'll be limited on, how many people get damn near anything. And even more importantly, we'll be limited on people coming to Booze and Food. Chance and I kind of mapped a part of the journey out yesterday. And I think it could be interesting. I think it could be interesting, man. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And what's funny is, this is another truth. Tim asked me, Jamarcus could attest to this. He said, when he started his Patreon, hey, do you want to start one? I was like, nah, dude. Hell, I'm going to sell. And truth is now I think we can. I think we can create a community and a group of people that will participate and be privy to my picks, my perspective, and enjoy seeing the behind the scenes, aka the scene itself of us and in Kentucky. And that starts like even in March. Come in March, I'll be with Tim in Kentucky picking some new barrels. And it could be sooner than that, depending on if this other stuff happens. But I get to sit front row, capture the whole story, make sure that we stay relevant, because that's marketing 101. Social media, I tell people, is free money. If you're running a real business, you better get up and act like it. And if you're not running a business, if you don't want your business to grow, keep doing what you're doing. Keep paying them dumb Facebook ads and all that other stuff people do for whatever reason. But for a fact, you're here now because of the Whiskey Blender and just my curiosity. I'm no longer curious now. I'm intrigued. Isn't that funny? You go from being like, I think we could do this, to being like, oh, now I'm intrigued. There's something here. And it's just going to get more and more magical, people. So keep it whiskey. Stay tuned.